shit like this, I'm like, yeah, something serious. Something serious.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Trust Tree. I am your trustee, the Naj Fino. I appreciate you for tuning in. As always, subscribe on YouTube, please. Follow on Rumble. We're on the road to 10,000, and we need your support because technically, y'all, why we do it. We do want to push the culture forward, but at the same time, if nobody's watching, what are we pushing? So, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Rumble, please. So organically, we have been doing a series on resilience because my last couple of people specialize in that. So this week is nothing different. This week's focus, keep going. We're still focusing on extending and consuming grace because, again, that's how we get to love, peace, and understanding. That's the goal for a happy life. Our guest this week is the mascot for Keep Going. I couldn't really think of nothing else to say. I felt like it didn't need any kind of special or poetic or any kind of like lyrical explanation, if you will. Like, Keep Going is good enough. You know what I mean? Before we introduce him and get started, I wanted to tell you a few things because you're amazing. And I don't know if I've ever really seriously said that to you. You know what I'm saying? But why not do it on this platform? You're a super beautiful person, inside and out, in real life. I even wrote things down just to make sure I didn't forget anything that I wanted to say because I knew if I was doing it off the cuff, I don't know what the fuck I might say. And there goes the cuss word. And you seriously have come so far, since you've been here. I don't know if you even really truly have noticed your own growth. Everybody that comes with and from me, loves you. We don't have anything bad to say about you. And, keep up the amazing work. And I feel like you focus on being the best version of yourself every day. And that's all we can really strive for. And when you fall down occasionally, you always take accountability for that. That's what I respect. In a nutshell. And I really don't think you truly realize just how amazing you are. And you just have so much fucking potential. And I cannot wait to see what you do, what you become, and you know what I'm saying, how this shit boils down. So I'm not trying to break it down and penetrate your soul and whatnot, but I just felt like I needed to say that.
Appreciate
so, with that being said, who are you?
I am Cameron Alexander Medico. Everybody calls me Cam. I am those words just really fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie.
We not gonna do this shit 3 minutes in. Oh God.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
That was really nice things.
But they're true.
I ain't really used to hearing those kind of things like that, so I appreciate that. But it's me. I'm a. Damn, why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm a big-hearted person, man. I love people. I love people, and I always try to see the good in everybody. So Cameron is a resilient, hard worker. That is built on integrity.
Okay, I'm not 100%. Mad at that. So I have this thing about the concept of being used. So I was in the car with a friend of mine one time, and there was somebody else in the car with us, and they were talking about how somebody was using them or something like that. But it was a malicious type situation, And then of course I was like, yeah, that's fucked up, whatever. But then my homie was like, but what else are we here for but to be used? And when she said that, I was like, what? And she was like, no, for real. you have something, right? You got it because you wanted it. You liked it. You don't really need it right now. You just got it because you liked it. But somebody comes around and they need whatever it is. You're not going to give it to them because you bought it and you liked it? Like you wouldn't give it to the person? She was like, same thing, like what if somebody had something that you needed and they bought it because they liked it, but you needed it? Like, how would you feel if they didn't give it to you? Would you expect them to give it to you? Would you ask them to give it to you? Like, shouldn't it be like a give and a take? And I was thinking like, holy shit. And like, I think that was the beginning of me trying to look at everything all the time as like glass half full. Like that shit got so far in my brain that like I remember that being a compliment for me one time in a review. Like you never really say negative shit out loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, you're gonna flip it, you know. And I thought about like, you know, being a Pisces, like, and you know, growing up, like, I don't know if you do this, but like I live in my head. Like I focus, like I'll think things through. I'll think about 700 negative scenarios, just like, so when whatever it is happens, it's never going to be as bad as I expected it to be because I've already plotted on all the negative shit that goes on. So like, I felt like that perspective on being used really like helped to change like my state of mind. I said all that to say, coming from someone who's like super like selfless and will give anybody anything, you know what I'm saying? You like motherfucker won't even really have to explain what they need it for. Just it being said and it being expressed. Oh yeah, I got it. Like, how do you feel about people who you know have bad intentions, but you know they also need whatever it is, and you give it to them anyway? But like, do you still have like you have that feeling like the chaser, like the motherfucker just played me?
I've had times where I felt like my closest homies was playing me type things, and I feel um like we all always go through that type of shit. Um, but for me, like I try not to think about those type of things because a person's intentions are not my business. You know what I'm saying? I learned at like a young age, like a lot of like older homies or a lot of like people that I looked up to would always tell me like if a motherfucker says something about you or talks about you, it's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just do my thing. Like I always say like God knows my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not, you know, their intentions are bad or good, my intentions are always good. So I don't really focus on those type of things. If they wanna do that, that's on them. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really affect me like in a negative light just because I look at the glass half full. I always look at like, well, maybe he might be going through something at home, or maybe he might be going through something during the day, or whatever. That's probably why he or she is acting that way. So I don't really get bothered by things like that. I kind of just keep it the way I am, like, you know.
Okay. All right. Would you say you had a happy childhood?
No, hell no. No,
Okay.
my childhood sucked. My childhood was a lot of things are unexpected. You know, I've gone through so much shit that I block out a lot. Like my sister would be talking to me and stuff and about like things I just don't remember because I try to focus on the happy times and not reality of things, you know. So yeah,
Okay.
not so much.
Do you ever remember like something that made you feel safe as a child?
I don't think I ever felt safe as a kid. Um, my mom was on drugs, and there's just a lot of shit that was happening in between. Um, Big ass custody battle, and then these are things that I just remember, you know. Confusion, because I mean, for the longest time, from what I can remember, I thought this white man was my dad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't really. I I feel like every time that there was like a happy moment when I was a kid, it kind of got pulled away from me. Like even as a grown man, I hate Christmas.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hate Christmas because I felt like as a kid, it was always fake to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we never really like had shit, and I just felt like it was like a thing to just shut us up type shit.
Okay.
Like I don't like any holidays. I don't celebrate. Like me personally, I do it now because I got kids, and my kids enjoy them. But because of my childhood, I don't really fuck with any holidays besides Thanksgiving for real.
Okay. Do you remember like what age like things kind of started to level out, or did they not level out until you became an adult?
Um, I don't think things started leveling out until I was 14. Because I just remember just everything just going like everything just going like my mom wasn't always there. My mom was on drugs and she worked at a bar all the time, so she'd be at the bar from 8 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
So I wouldn't really be with my mom. You know what I'm saying? We was moving and shit. So yeah, yeah, no,
Do when you were old enough to kind of start thinking about this kind of shit, did you ever want to have kids
no, mm-mm.
because of what you went through?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, just like, and I'm sure like people can relate. Like when you a youngster and like at a young age, you taking care of your siblings, like you just don't really want to
Yeah.
be a part of that shit. Like it's stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just kind of think about wanting to live your life.
Yeah, you're in a like you got to be an adult at a young age. Like that's just not cool. You know, I just told a kid today, uh, like, bro, I had to fucking know how to cook food for myself and wash clothes at 6. Like, what 6-year-olds got to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and at those times, like, my mom was cool. She wasn't really using or nothing like that. You know what I mean? She was working. You know what I mean? But she was never there. You know what I mean? Because she had 4 kids. And it was just us. So, you know, I had to do what I needed to do to make sure, like, I have one sister that I grew up with. I had to make sure she was cool.
She's younger.
She's the only baby. Yeah, she's the only girl. You know what I mean? The rest of us are boys. So, at a young age, like, I had to fend for my siblings and shit. You know. And so yeah, no, I didn't want to have kids. And honest to God, like, I thought couldn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like a doctor told me I couldn't have kids. So I thought I was never gonna have kids, to be real with you. So yeah, nah, hell no, I didn't want to have no babies.
Now, as an adult, do you feel like the need to feel safe, whatever that means, do you still crave that?
Not no more.
Why would you say you don't crave it anymore?
Because I got my dad.
Okay.
And this is like, I don't know, like This is something I just wanted my whole life. Like, I don't know, growing up and like seeing other niggas with their dad, their mom and shit. Never had that. So I don't know, like my mom died. My mom died 3 years ago. I was lost as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, like going back to like my old shit, selling drugs and using and drinking all the time and just doing crazy ass shit. So my dad.
Now, when you weren't with your dad, and you kind of like imagine like what it would feel like, or like what you would get from the experience when you actually experienced it. Was it everything you thought it would be? And I mean, it does. You don't have to necessarily say for the positive or the negative, but did it fill that hole, so to speak? Pause. Kind of.
Personally, like I didn't think me and my dad was gonna have a good relationship. And no slight on him, but when you get fed shit your whole life, you kind of have a certain image on people.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like in the beginning it was real hard for me. I ain't gonna lie, it was real hard for me to really like open up and allow him to be dad. You could ask my dad, like I call that nigga George. You know what I'm saying? I never really showed my dad really like any type of respect until I became older. And that's when I started like really started thinking on my own and really becoming myself and like understanding life, you know? Like
Motherfucker.
it's a motherfucker. Like I never understood, girl, like what motherfuckers would be like when they say life be life and like
Every day.
life be fucking life and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so yeah, man, like I never thought that, me and my dad would be in this position. I never thought that I would even be here in Chicago. I always wanted this. This is always something that I had a hunger for. He might not know, but I had been looking for him my whole life. Like the day that I found out that white man was not my dad, I started looking for my dad. You know what I'm saying? And bless their heart. Shout out to Brooke. Shout out to Cassie. May she rest in peace. Shout out to Shorty. Shout out to all the Buchanans out there. They did everything they possibly could to help me find my dad. You know what I'm saying? I just remember there being a fat ass custody battle and shit between me and my sister and my two brothers. And during that cold custody battle, because, you know, niggas knew, like, when I knew they weren't my siblings, like, I knew that we were not going to be together because my mom was on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that we're going to split up. And I didn't want to be with my mom because, her boyfriend was just a piece of shit. I mean, this nigga would play a game. He would call this the shut your mouth game. He'd put his hands over your face like this, nose and face, and he would hold your hands on your face until you're like basically about to like pass out.
The fuck.
And so like I just remember just telling my sister, like, bro, when I find my dad, I'm gonna have that nigga beat the shit out that boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we looking for him, and when I find him, like, my dad's gonna fuck him up because my dad's a real gangster. You know what I'm saying? These are things that these are images that they would put in my head. So my dad's not like that at all, ladies and gentlemen. He's a really good dude, but I'm just saying, like, those are images they put in my head. So I'm like, man, when I find that nigga, bro, we gonna get that boy. We gonna play that closed mouth on him game on him. You know what I'm saying? And it just never happened that way. It just never happened that way. For people that don't know, I didn't meet my dad till I was 26 years old. I didn't talk to my dad till I was a sophomore in high school. So yeah, I never thought that we would be in the position that we are today, but I'm fucking thankful that we are. And for those that are watching, like, they tell you like listen to that that second voice. I never understood that shit. But when shit got rough, that second voice actually came and talked to me and told me to leave. And you asked my pops, I called him. I said, Dad, I gotta go now. And this is like months and months and months, like a whole year of me dragging, not coming. You know, so listen to that voice, man.
And it's just like the situation that you were in. It wasn't serving you.
It's just it's just I was just first before my mom had passed, I got baptized, and I was getting back with God. I'm a very religious person. I'm very spiritual, and shit. So I was just on a different journey. Like I just got back with my kids and my baby mama, and I was really out of like my knucklehead stage, like really wanting to be something different because I got sons now. So it's not you like and now I say this, people might judge me because I got my oldest is my daughter. You know what I mean? And it's just different. Like it just hit different. Like when I had my sons than it did with my daughter. No slight on my daughter. I love my baby, but the whole man aspect and being a man and
setting an example,
taking accountability and all that changed when I had my sons. And so yeah, man, I don't know, man.
When you made the decision, when you listened to the second voice to make that phone call and say, I got to get the fuck out of here, is that the first time that you truly felt like an adult?
First time ever. I'm talking like this nigga told me I'm gonna have to get on the bus. Like
the long ass bus ride.
64-hour. Like you want to talk about like,
and that's a lot of thinking.
Like, and the Greyhound, for y'all don't motherfuckers know that I didn't know this like that because, like, I'm thinking we stop by somewhere, we gonna be able to drink some alcohol or fucking get some weed because like I'm over here just in my thoughts. Nope. I had to be sober the whole entire drive. The whole entire drive. Honestly, like, now I look at it like, I'm glad that that happened like that. Because I needed to think.
Yeah.
I needed to have a self-reflection. That's something I've never really paid attention to. I don't want to say, like, I never had that, because I for sure have. Like, you go through shit in life, you know what I mean?
So, in your everyday life, up until that point, when you was going through some shit, had you ever like looked to yourself to get the answer, or was it always I'm gonna confide in somebody, or I'm just not gonna deal with that shit?
I never confided in anybody.
You just push fucking through?
I never confided in anybody. I don't trust people.
So what I found over the years talking to other Pisces, and we're like 1 day apart, that shit matters.
It does matter.
The best thing for us to do for the way our brains are wired is to sit the fuck still and listen to ourselves and the universe and that second voice, as you said, because that's the only fucking thing that's going to help, because we're not the type of people that you could tell to do some shit, because we've already got an answer. We just got to figure out how to get to it, and everybody else is just noise. Of course we go to people for, who the fuck doesn't go to people for advice, or just somebody you want to bounce some shit off of. That's 100%. Natural, but like it has to come from us.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like, what stopped me from doing that shit is when I was in the 5th grade, I had a counselor that I confided into, and I told everything, to about what was going on in my home life. And then when it came down to us taking care of the situation, he brought my guardian in and made me look like a fucking liar. And basically blame me, like, you're supposed to be a counselor. I'm confiding into you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
these are the people that are doing
this is your job, is to fucking handle shit like this. And you're fucking me.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of places that are supposed to be safe spaces that are not. And one of the catalysts for this is the importance of safe spaces. Because, it's a lot to confide in somebody.
It is.
You know what I mean? And like that's kind of why I liken this shit to like a trustee type situation in the sense of assets. Because that shit, like the things that are going on inside of us, they're valuable because they fuel us. You know what I'm saying? They drive us to either do good or bad. And it's what we choose to do with them and who we choose to trust these things to that either, you know, make us or break us. And like there are so many situations where people think they're in a safe space and it's just, was you even listening to what the fuck I said?
People don't give a fuck anymore.
Yes.
People don't give a fuck about feelings. They don't give a fuck about hearing people. They give a fuck about the now and what they're doing.
Yes.
Like it's fucked up, but that's just what I blame social media for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives people a false perception of what life really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Life is not glamour. Life is hard.
Yeah.
Life is tough. If it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would be in a relationship. We wouldn't be talking about what the fuck I went through in my life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have no hardships. Motherfucking, I'd be in the NFL if life was easy. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that. And people take advantage of that shit.
Yes. Yes, they do. I fully agree. What's something you believed in as a child that you no longer believe in now?
Damn, that's a good ass question. Shit. I don't know. Like I don't know, cause fuck, everything that I did believe in as a child, nothing came to fruition.
That's an answer.
You know what I'm saying? So
maybe it made you cynical.
Yeah, but as an adult, I believe in more things now.
Okay.
Because I know what hard work can do. I know what, if you're dedicated, what it can do. I know if you what it can do if you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're passionate about certain things, I know how far you can get off of that shit. So as a kid, going through what I went through and thinking that there was no avenue, thinking that like I'm just gonna be a statistic. I mean, growing up, like even all my mom's hardships, that all the shit that she did, all the fucking crazy shit my mom did, man, she rest in peace. She always reminded me that, man, you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a black male. Like, you got 2 strikes against you. That's what she would always tell me. You got 2 strikes against you. Like, you got to be better than everybody. You got to work harder than everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be better. Because if not, this world is going to chew you up and spit you the fuck out. And you're going to be another statistic. I never understood that as a kid. I understand that now as a man.
Yeah. And that goes back to you talking about the importance of you being, you know, in your sons' lives, because they need to know that
guidance.
also.
Yeah. 100%.
And then I think there's a way to tell that to a child. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that coming from your mom and depending on how she said it, you know, I'm pretty sure that it's almost like an attack. Oh shit, you know. But like if it's your father telling you that, and he's kind of telling you from an applied science standpoint, like, you know, okay, this was the road I took, this is what I did, you know what I'm saying? This is what that looked like for me thus far. You know what I'm saying? Let me teach you how to navigate that. I think that's amazingly important. Absolutely. How do you find peace?
Through helping people.
I can see that. I can see that.
Through helping people. I don't know, like, I don't try to drag on, like, me and my sister talk about this all the time because she always wants to bring up, like, past shit. I try not to dwell on those things because there's people out there that got it worse than what I got. Like, I got a kid right now, I'm not going to say his name or nothing, but, you know, he lives in a household that got 7 motherfucking kids in there. His mom does whatever she does and leaves him alone with all the siblings till he's 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Around gangbanging shit, in an area in Chicago that's very treacherous, you know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers want to get them. So within helping people, I love helping people. Like it, no sweat on my balls. I like not to say it like that, but it's really no sweat on my balls. Like I like when I go and help you, like I don't want nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing. Like you don't have to pay me. Like I literally just out of kindness on my heart just want to fucking help people. And my grandma used to tell me this, like when I was a young ass kid, like my big heart's gonna get me killed one day.
Damn.
Because you know what I'm saying, how much I really want to fucking, I just want the best for everybody. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what background you're from. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you a he she or a she he or fucking him or her. I just want you to fucking be the best version of yourself you possibly can be. So yeah, helping people.
Okay. We all know no relationship is perfect, but if it was, how would it look to you?
Damn.
And let's say like in a well, because I mean any kind of, whether it's romantic or family, it's the same basis.
Just being on the same tilt. Just being on the same tilt. Leaning on one another. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's perfect. We all know that, but being able to confine in one another and not let the differences fuck it up. Like
I think that's important. Like
being able to very important.
Grow through shit.
Yeah, people don't understand like how important it is just to sit and just talk like you and I are.
Yeah.
Like if people would just sit and talk and have conversation and be selfless instead of being selfish, like a lot of more relationships would work out.
Yeah.
You know, relationships don't work out because motherfuckers are selfish. I've been in that position. I've been a selfish motherfucker thinking the grass. That's where that term comes. Grass greener on the other side type shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. What would you say is your ideal mate?
Man. Ideal mate. Someone that just allows me to be me and doesn't judge me for what I do and how far I will go for somebody. That's an ideal mate for me. I'm very simple. I'm a very easygoing motherfucker. I don't really need much. I just want to be appreciated. You know, my whole life, I felt like I haven't been appreciated. Like whether it be a girlfriend or a mother or an auntie or an uncle. Besides my Uncle Cluster, shout out to Uncle Cluster and Uncle Matt. But like, you know, I've never felt that way. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker don't understand how far a good job will take a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a thank you. Or I appreciate you. And those are words that I never really heard until
the lack of that, you carry that with you into relationships?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why a lot of my relationships haven't really worked. Because like I was saying, trust. You know, when you've been shitted on a lot from people that you trust, that you literally will fucking like blow up a whole village for, it fucking takes a toll on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It makes you look at life differently.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thus far, what's your biggest regret in life?
My biggest regret. My biggest regret's probably not being the best man I could be to my baby mama.
Okay. Wow.
Because when things got rough, I was a coward. And
good for you for saying that shit out loud.
I was a coward, man.
Have you ever said that to her?
Hell nah.
Maybe.
I don't want her to judge me.
Oh, well, yeah. Even like at this point, like you're not able to have like real nigga conversations.
No, I mean we better now. You know, like I've grown up. You know, I grew up, but
maybe shit just could have been handled differently.
when you don't have guidance,
you don't know what it's supposed to look like.
And you see like a bunch of hoe shit. Your whole life, you see a bunch of hoe shit. It's hard to give your full potential in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't feel like anything. I feel like I didn't give her my full potential until it was too late. And I, to this day, kick myself in the ass about it every day because oh man, dog, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my kids. And if I would have just did a little things a little differently, things would have been a lot better. And that just goes with maturity.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know. I thought having hella bitches was cool. I thought that was cool. I thought that's what niggas do. You know, where I come from, you see motherfuckers on 24s, wads of money, hella hoes, you want to be just like them. And so, like, it took me a while to fucking realize that that's not cool. And at the end of the day, you're going to be lonely.
I mean, shit. But honestly, the first step in the maturity is even, you know, noticing that, okay, that ain't what it do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, what's on the other side of that?
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, you gotta find out that shit before it's too late.
True.
And in my case, it's too late.
Yeah, but then I would say, and you know, I don't know her obviously. You know, maybe she has a lot of growing to do also because, you know, there should always be space for, if not necessarily reconciling the relationship, but at least having the space and the grace to hear the situation out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody has room to grow, absolutely. I agree with that. And I also agree that everybody can change. But when you do a lot in a short period of time, it's hard for that person to really grasp what you're trying to say.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for her. It's like, you know, okay, nigga, you've been saying this for however long you've been saying this, but
when I'm done, I'm done. Yeah.
Type shit.
Okay. I get that. Oh, well, it's segue like a motherfucker, but maybe that was the answer to this question. What's something you've always wanted to say to someone but just never have?
Um, Jalisa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a boy instead of a man when you needed a man.
I hope she's watching this. If you could only, this a little lighter. If you could only keep 5 possessions, what would they be?
5 possessions, like items.
Yeah.
My fishing pole. Some weed. 100%. Can't go nowhere without my tree. Backwoods. My music, because I need music. Music keeps me going for real. And I don't want to make it seem like my kids are an item, but my kids are my happy place.
Okay. What are you most insecure about?
My weight.
Really?
100%.
Okay. In your eyes, what's the best part of being you?
Everything.
I ain't mad.
Everything, man, because I am a good person, and I cold-heartedly think that, and I know that in my soul, in my body, in my soul. It doesn't matter who you are. If you do right by me, and you know what I'm saying, there's not a limit of things that I do for somebody.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like I'm a cool cat.
I don't disagree. What's something you want to achieve by this time next year?
I want my kids here.
Okay.
I want my babies. I want my fucking kids here, man. I don't know what that entails. I don't know if that is my baby mama moving out here with them or them being out here. I just want my fucking babies. I want my babies. I want my babies here. That is the only goal that I have. That is the main goal. That is all I think about. I just want my kids here. Like, I need them. I don't want them. I need them here.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself still in Chicago. See myself in Chicago. See my babies here. I see myself coaching at Hansberry High School. Shout out to Derek Moore and those guys, Ricky Stevens, fucking Dono, Kevo, Grant, Harper, excuse me, JB, all those guys, man. Shout out to those guys. Like, definitely would be coaching football. I see that. Working at my job, still a senior in construction, and just fucking being the best person I could possibly be. But I definitely see myself still being out here in Chicago, just with my family. Okay. I don't think anything is going to change besides the bag that we're going to get with this podcast.
Yes, sir.
100%.
What's one thing that you wish people understood about you?
That I mean well. That I am very easy to approach. Like, I know I don't really smile a lot. I don't. Like, when I be walking around and shit, I don't really be smiling a lot. But I just want people to know that I'm approachable. I'm a good person. And I mean well. Like, I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about what I say, but I'm an easygoing, smooth ass person.
Okay. What's the most challenging goal that you've ever achieved?
Being one with self.
Fuck. Okay.
Understanding why I think the way I think, why I walk the way I walk, why I talk the way I talk. Understanding where I'm at in life.
Yeah.
Just being one with me. Just actually knowing who I am instead of trying to be someone to protect who I am, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. What's the most valuable thing you've learned from a friend?
Shit. Most valuable thing I learned from a friend. I don't know. I haven't had really good friends. I ain't gonna lie.
Not even right now?
I'm starting to get better friends now. Like I still got my homies, my niggas, my best friends, you know, Tevin, Slayton. Shout out to Tevin. Shout out to my boy Mook, Maleko. You know, rest in peace, J-Li, rest in peace, Julius. Shout out to all the people I've met out here. Jay, for sure. That nigga Ill, for sure. Shout out to Smurf. You know. But I haven't really like learned any valuable lessons through my friends more than I've learned just through life itself.
Okay.
And if you want to like put that like as friends a part of that, I mean, I guess you could, but I'd say like I've learned more through life and the older heads that, you know what I'm saying, that are ahead of me, like my uncles, my pops, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Eric Perry. Shout out to Brian Moore. You know what I'm saying? That those type of people, but like I wouldn't really say like friends for real.
Okay. Do you have a person that's your piece at the moment?
Nah. I mean, well, let me not say no. I'm starting to. Like, at first, nah, because like I said, I don't trust motherfuckers, so I don't really talk to motherfuckers. I really am to myself when it comes to like feelings and stuff. But as I was saying earlier, like my dad, he don't even fucking know this, but like he a big like testament of my life. Even though that I've like we're now like getting to know each other a little more and stuff and all that, but like he is like a big figure in my life, and I trust my dad more than I trust myself. Honestly, I come to my dad with everything. Like we be in the house, niggas will be all over the place, and like, bro, I'll be in here with my pops. Like real shit. Like motherfuckers would be like, "What are you doing, bro? Why aren't you talking to me? Like, where you at, Cam?" I'm like, "I'm at home. I'm chilling with my fucking dad. Like, we just chilling."
He's got good energy.
Yeah, he a wild motherfucker, but he
like
a wild motherfucker,
but at peace at the same time in a weird ass way.
Absolutely, like he my wild motherfucker.
Yeah,
he keeps me at a balance that I can't even explain.
Yeah, I kind of do that. Well, I shouldn't even say kind of. I do this thing with everybody where if I can't sit with you in silence, I really don't want to fuck with you like that.
Right, 100%.
And like, you know, a lot of times I don't even pay attention when it happens at first. I kind of notice it like after it's been silent for a long fucking time. But like, I can be in silence around him and I don't feel no type of way.
Sometimes silence is what people need. Like, I love that I literally like before when I first came out here, like I was not like he would ask me like what's going on. I'm good. Go chill in my room and I'd shut the door. I'll probably be in there for like 3 days, not come out of my room. But I love like now that I can come out here and like, or I get home from work, or like if I wake up in the morning and the nigga's just chilling outside, I can really just sit there and just talk to him. You
and
know
just
what I'm
be.
saying? Just say, yeah, just be. You know what I mean? And nigga don't judge me. Nigga just sits there and listens to what I gotta say. If I want, you know, to hear something, he'll say it. If not, you know what I'm saying? He's smoking his cigar. I might smoke my blunt, and we just chilling. Like I really love chilling with my dad. Like on some real shit. Like I really get excited. I feel like a fucking little ass kid. He tells me all the time, I'll be pitching myself. Like, nigga, how the fuck you think I feel? Like, goddamn.
What makes you feel alive?
My family. My brother. Fuck. Shout out to fucking Kitty Paws, man. That's my motherfucking nigga, man. Just being around people that are me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers that like I have like in common with, and just knowing that like
They don't want shit from you.
Yeah, man. They don't like. I don't really need to do shit, but just be myself. Like that's what keeps me alive. My fucking kids. These kids that I'm coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like that's what keeps me going. Like seeing these niggas happy and just being there. Like I told you, like I'm simple. Like I don't really need shit for real. I have everything I want, like all around me. I don't need shit. You know what I mean? So,
that's what it's all about.
100%.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Anything, man. God damn.
Damn.
Honestly, I have to say like Mexican food. I love Mexican food like a motherfucker.
I do as well.
Tacos, burritos. I love that shit. I really like Italian food too, because I grew up off Italian food. Man, fuck it. I'm just an eater, man. I love to eat.
Ain't mad at that.
Put a fucking plate in front of me, I'll fuck it up.
If you were a flavor, what flavor would you be?
If I was a flavor. Fuck. Something that's gonna make your pupils fucking bigger than the color of your eyes. Whatever that flavor is, yeah, that's what I am.
The fuck?
Right there.
Okay.
You lick a toe,
not a toe. Goddamn. Okay.
Oh shit.
Do you believe that we've all been here before?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's so crazy. Because like sometimes like I'll have like these like moments where like I'll see some shit, but like I've never been there before, but like it's so familiar to me.
Yeah. I seen some shit where they had explained why deja vu is not real, and I forgot everything that they said because I just was like, I don't understand what they mean. You can't tell me how I feel. Like there's no reason why I can like feel like all of this shit that's happening right now, I've already felt this.
Right.
Like I knew it already. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I keep saying this. I think I even mentioned this last episode, and I promise I'm gonna do my homework. There's a dude that wrote this book, and he talks about how everybody that's like in your circle was always in your circle, but you guys were like, so like you might have been like your grandmother before. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they say souls transcend sex or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I believe the fuck out of that. Like, that's some cool shit. Or how, so I noticed this when my firstborn was born. She looked exactly like my grandmother on my father's side of the family. It was fucking terrifying for a second because it was like, why is her face? What's happening with that? And then like she just didn't anymore. Like later on in the night, you know what I'm saying? And like when I heard about the book and that concept, I think to myself like, damn. Like I wonder when somebody's born if you get a glimpse into who they might have been in their past life. That's some shit.
That is some shit. You mind if I excuse myself for a second?
Yes.
I just need to use the restroom.
Absolutely. So, we are still live, right? Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Also, there is hella comments that I keep hearing that ding and shit. Like maybe we should start like acknowledging them shits. People, comments. We will acknowledge them eventually. Okay.
I don't know what's going on with the camera. The camera will be going back.
The camera will be going back on shortly. There is a malfunction, but that's okay because you can still hear my voice. My voice is the shit. Don't forget that. While we're waiting for him to come back, though, you know, this series in resilience that we've been exploring with the last couple of guests that we've had, like, you know, I really hope that these stories are inspiring. Like if you might be going through something and want to stop, like the whole point of this is just don't. Like you can see that people have really gone through crazy things in their life and they're able to not only survive but thrive and persevere. Like it's just don't let your experiences consume you. Like they should fuel you, they should motivate you, but you shouldn't you shouldn't stop. And if you do feel like you just can't go on, or like something is too much, there's always resources that you can partake in every individual major city. If you Google mental health services, your phone GPS will connect you to the demographic, wherever you are. And there's text options, there's phone calls, and there's even video chats. So there's resources out there if you are in need. I apologize that I don't have the information on hand. I can post it after the fact, but you can Google mental health services in your area and you'll get access to the information that you need to utilize these resources. In all types of relationships, so family, whatever, what's your deal breaker?
I honestly didn't have a deal breaker until about a few years ago. I am a if it ain't broken, don't fix it type of motherfucker.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I started to really pay attention to how people talk and people respect other people. Like, for instance, like I have a friend who has been with this woman for a long ass time, and they've been together for like a long ass time, and just how she talks to him, and just how like the love and just how he appreciates him as well. So like, like I said, I didn't start like actually like knowing my breaking point until like a few years ago, and what I need is appreciation. Just like I told you before, I do a lot. Like I do a lot. Like I'm a hopeless romantic. Like I want to take the lady out. I want to give them all everything, but in order for me to get to that, you know what I'm saying, I need to see love.
Yeah.
I need that appreciation. I need to feel like that person really wants to fuck with me.
Yeah, treat me like I'm somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me nice.
And like it's hard and it's a tough task. I'm not gonna lie. And it's a tough task because I don't know how to respect women. Well, I didn't know how to respect women because all the women in my life has fucked me over. Like on some real shit. Like, Momo, I love you, but you fucked me over. Nana, I love you, but you fucked me over. They know what's up. Like ain't nothing to fucking hide. Ain't nothing to fucking, you know what I'm saying, sugarcoat. But that's what it is. It's like I didn't trust no bitch, no woman, no nothing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know what my breaking point was because I didn't pay attention to it.
Okay. Now you learn your breaking point, right? So you get in a relationship, and when you get close enough to start having these real conversations, you set that boundary, right? Because if you don't have communication, or if you don't express what you want, what the fuck are we doing here? But are you comfortable like saying, hey, this is my deal breaker? You know what I'm saying? Like
now I am.
Okay.
At first I wasn't, because at first I wasn't getting that type of like urgency to like that type of urgency from my partner to be like, okay, yeah, I see what he's saying. I hear his feelings, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's different.
So your boundary is broken. Are you gonna have that conversation like, you did this and I didn't like it? You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Okay.
Because I've always been a person to tell a motherfucker, like, I'm blunt as shit. I'm just gonna keep it G. Like, I'm blunt as shit. Especially now these days, now that I'm like one with himself, like I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Whether or not you like it, that is completely on you. But that's not gonna change the fact that I'm gonna let you know. Look, Najvino, you fucking hurt me, and I don't fucking appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? What you do with that is on you, but it's not gonna change how I'm gonna tell you.
So we move past this. You forgive me. I do the shit again. Are you going to? This question means so much to me because I'm so fucking curious. I've done this shit twice. Okay, are you gonna say, God damn it, I told you about this, you did it again, blah blah blah. You know what? We can't even fuck around no more. Or you just fucking you just disappear. Cause bitch, you already know what you did.
No, I'm not gonna disappear, nor am I gonna tell you I can't fuck with you no more. Because I'm a glass half full type of person. So, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't know. Like, if you don't tell me what you got going on, how the fuck am I gonna know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna jump to the conclusion to cut you off because I don't necessarily know what the fuck you got going on. You could change. Everybody has an opportunity to change. Now, could I back the fuck up? I'm probably gonna back the fuck up. But I'm not gonna cut you off.
Just tread lightly.
I'll just tread lightly. I'm believing, unless you really you gotta really do something to me for real. Like you gotta disrespect me in a matter that there's no coming back. That's like you fucking my mom, or you know what I'm saying, you trying to threaten my life or something like that. Like you gotta do something really traumatic for me to be like, man, fuck you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I got that. If you could be famous for one thing, what would it be?
I don't want to be famous.
I like that answer. So maybe successful and wealthy is good enough, huh?
Being successful within myself is better than being famous or being rich. Like, I have a good job right now, but if I got fired tomorrow and I got hired at the high school around those kids, I'd be fine.
I've heard you say that about 17 times. I believe you. Okay. What's something that you learned about yourself in the past year?
I'm a cold motherfucker.
Specifically?
I am a cold motherfucker. Like, I'm a bad motherfucker. Like that's what I've learned, and not in a cocky manner. Like, because I'm definitely not cocky, but I mean like I'm a bad motherfucker because I'm resilient. I'm a bad motherfucker because there ain't nothing you can do that's gonna stop me from getting to where the fuck I'm gonna get to. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a drive that can't be matched. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by I'm a hard worker. Ain't nobody that in my position that work harder than me. And if you do, nigga, I'm gonna work 10 times harder. Like there's a thing that Kobe Bryant said that motherfuckers laugh at that I say all the time. Are you the same animal and the same beast? And to me, that means in the rough of the roughest, can you continue to strive to be great?
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely can.
Shit. All right. What's your favorite strain of weed?
Indica.
Fuck yeah.
For sure. I like indicas. I like the body high.
Yeah.
I like to fucking
I don't like sativa. That should make me vacuum the grass.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Okay. Do you like who you are right now?
Absolutely. This is the best version of me. Like ever. Like ever. This is the happiest version of me. This is I feel like I'm in my prime. Like for real. Like not physically, but mentally and emotionally, I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel like I've touched fucking milestones that I didn't even think I was ever going to touch or become this person, I never thought I was gonna reach this level of potential that I'm at right now. Though there's still more work and there's still more to come, but I'm proud of myself for sure.
You should be. What's your biggest fear?
Being alone, dying alone.
Oh shit.
Dying alone, being alone. Karma's a bitch. I've dealt with karma a lot. And I just don't want to be alone. My mom died feeling like she was alone. And it was hard to reel her in to make her feel like she was loved. And I don't want to be ever in that position.
Yeah.
Ever. Because she lost herself and she never came back after that.
Are you a servant of money or does it serve you?
Money serves me. I never do any fucking crazy ass shit for money. That's crazy as fuck. I mean, the craziest shit I've done was sell drugs, but that was just a part of the lifestyle that I wanted to do. That was, you know what I'm saying? But nah, money serves me. Because I honestly give a fuck about money. I can be happy without a dollar, but you gotta have a dollar to survive.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't give a fuck about money. Money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
Money is the root of all evil. There's nothing good that comes with having a dollar besides the shit you can buy with it.
Yeah.
And half the time, that's not even good shit for real.
That's a word right there. 4 things you're grateful for.
My family, my kids, my Lord and Savior, and football. And people might be like, why? Why football? Football changed my life. Football is the only fucking sport that I believe that actually gets you ready for the real world. Like, cause in football, you're gonna get fucking hit. You're gonna get fucking cracked. And you gotta get up. Yeah. You have to. You gotta get up. You gotta play the next play.
You gotta maintain your focus.
You gotta maintain your focus. Life is the same way. You're gonna lose your job, maybe. You're gonna lose your girlfriend at one point. Someone's gonna die in your life. You're gonna have to fucking pull yourself together and keep moving. You're gonna have to motivate yourself to get up during the day, to put a smile on your face, because you got kids, you got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta live.
When you give up in life, it's over with. When you give up in football, your whole team goes downhill. Goes hand in hand. So I'm definitely thankful for that.
Gems, people. Gems. If you died today and couldn't say your proper goodbyes, at this point, what would be your biggest regret?
If I die today, not being able to give my kids everything that they want and everything that they need. Like leaving my kids with something. When my mom died, that shit was rough. Like rough. Like first off, I didn't know what to fucking do. I found out she died when I was at work, and I had talked to her the day before. Like we had like a full ass conversation, then boom, next day she's dead. And I wasn't prepared. There wasn't a will. There wasn't anything. We had nothing. I did a GoFundMe to do the things that I felt like my mom would want for her funeral or her memory or celebration of life, and it was out of my own pocket. And I don't want that for my kids. Like if I leave, like I want my kids to have something, like, you know what I'm saying, something to remember me by. Other than he being a good dad.
Legacy.
Yeah, I don't want them to struggle. Like I don't want them to have to worry. You know.
Okay.
My bad.
What's the title of the book about you?
How to be inspired.
First 3 chapters.
Like the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 1 would be a kid with hope and dreams. Chapter 2 would be stay focused, kid. And chapter 3 would be the world ain't against you.
Damn. When did you truly believe that the world wasn't against you?
When I came to Chicago.
That's a lot.
Yeah, when I came to Chicago, and I don't know, like, if you've ever felt this way, but like when people die, like I hear a lot of motherfuckers be like, "Oh yeah," like they come to you in your sleep, or like you see them. My mom never came and saw me. Like even to this day, like, and it like at first it used to fucking piss me off because I'd be like, why? Like why has she not like said what's up to me or like check upon me or anything like that? Like what the fuck?
You never even had a situation like where you think maybe you
Never.
experienced her energy even?
Never, not one time. Like I ain't never seen my mom, and she came and saw everybody.
Oh, so other people have told you?
My aunt seen my mom, my sister saw my mom, my nana saw my mom. Told my dad the other day, I know why she hasn't came and saw me, because she ain't worried about me. She knows I'm in good hands. Like I know she proud of me. I know she knows like I'm that nigga right now. Like in my eyes, like I'm famous. My eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm that nigga right now. I'm hot. Like I'm hot, man. Like I'm hot. Like I got so much shit going on, so much potential, so much growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she ain't fucking with me because she ain't worried about me. She knows I'm good. She knows I'm straight. She knows
that's glass half full. That is glass half full.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a beautiful way to look at it. Like seriously, like for real.
I didn't think that way until about a couple months ago. Like, I have a picture of her in my room. It's when she like picture of her when she was younger. It's like one of the only pictures of my mom smiling. My mom never smiled. Anybody that know her know that she don't really smile. She never smiled. And I don't know. Like I looked at that shit and it looked different to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like in my head, like I could hear her say like, "Son, keep going. Like you got like you doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like me coaching the football team. Like I'm very big on like spiritual shit. Like when I get cold chills and my fucking hairs are up on my back that I don't even know I had, I know I'm doing something right. I know I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm in the right direction. Like, and yeah, I just, yeah, for real. Like, just knowing that she hasn't came to me just makes me feel like I'm doing right. Because if I wasn't doing right and I was doing something that she felt like she needed to say something,
She might be
she
tap
would
dancing on your
she
face.
would have said it. It'd have been there.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite place and why?
Somewhere where there's a lake and I got a fishing pole in my hand because it's peaceful. It's the only time that I feel like one with itself I can actually like think. Like and just be relaxed. I love fishing. And any motherfucker that hasn't fished before, like give it like a real go. Like you don't gotta catch shit. Just give it a real go. You know what I'm saying? Like and actually like hone in on nature. Like you're from the city. I'm from the city. So I was saying earlier, like I went to Susanville and I was in a group home. I never understood how much power nature has on a person. Like just like the scenic shit and how beautiful it is. And then when you leave that shit and you come to the city, you're like, oh fuck. Like my peace, my tranquility.
Absolutely.
So that's why.
Okay.
Like the water, it like in nature, like I'm talking like not like a fucking man-built lake, like a fucking lake that's
like one that was just there.
That was just that God fucking put there. There's nothing like it.
Okay. Favorite R&B song?
Oh my God. Probably Love.
Oh,
by Musiq Soulchild.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the like for me, that's like the only song that really like breaks down like the real definition of love and how love is supposed to be. And what people don't really understand, that nigga wasn't even singing about a girl. Like they wasn't singing about a girl. That song was not about a woman at all. That song was about the definition of love and what he felt love was.
I think the video personified that. Because it wasn't about traditional like cake shit or like like romanticizing love. Like it was about like what that shit looks like, throughout a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
It's like a blueprint.
Yeah. Because people be in love all the time, but can you really bob and weave?
For real.
Because that's what the fuck a relationship is.
The first part of that song, it says, love, so many things I got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. Because there's a possibility you'll look at me differently, love.
Our crew. Like a
hey,
motherfucker.
That's some real ass shit.
I think people should strive to fuck with people that, and it's not saying that expressing yourself is not going to be hard, because no matter how comfortable you are with somebody, when you got to talk about some real shit or something that's humbling or maybe even embarrassing, it still takes a lot to just, even if you did something wrong and you are atoning for that, like it takes a lot to do that. So it's important to be with somebody that will accept that and not, judge you and J down on you, and like give you the space to grow and shit like that.
I just feel like people are so like worried about what the fuck the next motherfucker's gonna judge. Yeah. Like when like you have your significant other, like, oh, she busted, or oh, that bitch is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if that person fucking builds you up and fucking motivates you to do greater things, it shouldn't fucking matter what society thinks.
Yeah.
And like I said this earlier, like I blame fucking social media for that shit, because they give you a false perception of what love is. Like, love is not glamour, motherfucker.
No.
Like, you're not gonna wake up every motherfucking day and be like, oh my God, like I love, no, nigga. That's not true. You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. You love that motherfucker because you went through trials and tribulations with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all built that shit.
Yeah.
And people don't don't think about that. They don't think about that, nor do they realize that. Nor do they want to. They just want to be with that person because she fucking looks good.
Yep.
Who gives a fuck? That the bitch that looks good is the bitch that's gonna cheat on you. Like, for real. She don't love you, nigga.
Yeah.
She don't fucking love you. The bitch is too young to know what the fuck love is. Y'all ain't gone through shit to even know what the fuck love is. You gotta go through some shit to love that person. Like, dude, I'm not with my baby mama. I love that woman. We went through some shit. That's never gonna change. It doesn't matter who the fuck I'm with. I'm always gonna love Jaleesa Tippins. I'm always going to, because we went through some shit and we got through some shit together. That's never gonna fucking change.
I think it would be important to also for you to be with somebody that will understand that there's different levels to love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then of course there needs to be boundaries because, you know, fuck shit is.
Yeah, fuck shit's fuck shit.
Yeah.
There's gotta be some boundaries. But you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, love is a feeling, but love is something that you work towards. It's something that you build. It's something that you go through to get. Like, I didn't love football because I watched football. I loved football because I fucking went through that shit. And I fucking, the trials and tribulations that I had to go through to get there. You know what I'm saying? The congratulations that I got when I scored, the smiles that I saw with my team, that was what got me to love football.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what love is. That's why I love that song.
Yeah.
Because that is exactly what I just said is exactly what he says in those lyrics. Just not in those words. My shit's probably a little more ghetto or whatever the fuck you want to call it. A little more street, but that's exactly what it is though.
Yeah. But that is a dope ass song.
It's a dope ass song. I love
yeah.
You're my favorite R&B artist though.
He is?
No, he's not.
Oh.
It's Lauryn Hill.
Oh no,
Lauryn
man.
Hill is my all-time favorite artist ever. And I know that she only made one album.
I think that's just crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that motherfucking album came out 8,000 years ago, and that shit is still viable as hell.
I named my son after her song. Like, Zion was named after To Zion. Because if I was ever to have, I said this to everyone. Anyone can fucking, I'm getting cold chills, getting those goosebumps. Anyone can say this. Literally, like, if I was to have a child, that's how I would love my child, and that's how I would express my love to my child through that song. Like, Jayla, I love you, baby, but if you were a boy, your name would have been Zion.
Damn.
Like, your name would have been Zion Alexander Medico. Like, on some real shit. Like, but my daughter's named after my homie, J-Li James Campbell. May he rest in peace. But yeah. And yeah, I named my son after I almost said after Lauryn Hill, but I mean, shit, basically, yeah.
Okay. What does happiness mean to you?
Happiness is what you make out of it. Like, I'm happy every day. Like, I tell my daughter every fucking day of her life, like, just because you had a bad day today doesn't mean you gotta have a bad day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the hour was bad doesn't mean the next hour has to be bad. It's what you make out of it. So, I mean, whatever the person decides that happiness is to them, I'm happy just to be alive.
Yeah.
I know too many people that are dead and gone for me to be sour over shit. And like, I'm happy to be where I'm at. Fuck. Yeah. My life wasn't the best. So I got nothing to complain about. Happiness is what you make out of it. I don't ever have a day where I'm just like, fuck, I had a bad day.
Okay.
I'll be like, damn, today was long. But that doesn't mean it was bad. Just had to do a lot of shit that day.
Because days be damned.
Yeah.
Everyone you've ever loved is in one room. Who do you run to?
My mom.
Who runs to you?
Shit. My kids, I hope. I'll keep it G. My kids, I hope. I mean, I don't know. Back to what I said earlier about being alone. I used to have dreams that I would be dead and no one be at my funeral.
That's horrible.
And so, and I think that has to go with like me not trusting people. I'm not gonna lie to you, Najvino, like the people you would think that wouldn't do some fucking foul ass shit to me has done some foul ass shit to me.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me.
So,
I know people ain't shit.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Like, I would hope it would be everybody because I do a lot for my family. And when I say a lot, I'm not talking about financial. I'm there. They need me, I'm there. I've never not been there. I've always been there. So I would hope it would be everybody. Just because of who I am and if they were the only person in the room, I'd be running to them. And that goes for anyone I love. You know what I mean? So I hope it would be everybody I love.
Yeah. Okay. What's something you had to unlearn?
Unlearn. How to not be defensive.
I can see
how
that.
to take constructive criticism the
You're
right
working
way.
through that shit actively.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
And to be patient. Patience.
Yeah. Yeah. I think people who are very hard on themselves and very critical of themselves struggle with those things because you generally aren't letting a motherfucker in to see that anyway. It's kind of almost like a violation.
Yeah, why would you though? Because I mean, if you're like from the streets, like that's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to show nobody no vulnerable shit because get your ass robbed, get your ass beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I get that. Something negative inside of you, like throw it away, like eulogize that shit.
That's negative inside me?
Mm-hmm. Or like something ugly, something that you think hinders you. Like if you could like literally rip that shit out and hog stomp that shit and just...
It'd be my anger.
If you could peace out your anger, kiss it the fuck goodbye, what would you say?
Bye, bitch. Personally.
Deuces.
Get the fuck up out of here, Killer Cam. I that's what I call my alter ego. That's why I hate when niggas call me that. I really fucking hate that shit. Like, I hate when niggas call me Killer Cam. It really fucking infuriates me. One, that's because that's what they used to call me in the streets, and another because that's what I used to call myself every time I would get drunk or anytime I would fucking lose it. Like, I hate that motherfucker. Like, I really do. And it's a real thing. Like, people that are close to me, like, that have known me for a long ass time, they don't even call me Cam. Because they say they hate that nigga, Cam.
Damn.
Cam's a piece of shit. Cameron's cool. Cam's a piece of shit. But now, like, I don't know, like, now, like, that I'm older and I've got more of, like, a control of that other half of me, I'm, like, the Cam shit, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm Cam. But before, yeah, it was really actually, like, a big fucking thing. Like, my friends would not call me that. Like, for real. Like, I'm talking like years. Because, like, they're like, man, like, that other fucking person that you have is just not cool. Like, whoever the fuck that nigga is. And that's why, that's another reason why I don't drink vodka.
Oh.
Like, I like, bro, I'm telling you, like, that nigga is insane.
You know what? Like, from 19 to 25, I was drunk. Like, and mostly it was either fucking some sort of Remy or some sort of vodka. Like, the smell of VSOP makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't like vodka because that is asshole juice.
Right.
And, like, I wasn't necessarily, like, the catalyst of a lot of fuck shit, but a lot of people around me were, and there was some very traumatic shit that happened off of motherfucking vodka. You know what I'm saying? And, like, so that shit is, like, kind of triggering for me. Like I don't want it in mixed drinks. I don't want a shot of that shit. Like I'm gonna stay under my crown because that's.
Like, every time motherfucker gives me vodka, I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, like, what's gonna happen?
Like, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Because,
yeah, fuck that.
I might fucking lose it.
Yeah.
At some point in the night, I might fucking lose it.
We agree on that. Yes. No thank you on the vodka. Can you move on without closure?
No. I can't even move on without fucking, like, now? Oh, yeah, no. Can't even move on without even fucking, like, I gotta talk to you. We gotta have a conversation. Like, we gotta talk. Whether it be good or bad or the outcome, like, now in this life, I'm not trying to fight nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. To all you motherfuckers, like, if you want to fight, we ain't fighting. Like, I'm not gonna fight you.
But you have the tools now, so
I have the tools now to be like, hey man, like, this is how I feel. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said to you before, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do with that is up to you. It ain't up to me.
But I said my piece.
But I said my fucking piece, and I said how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's the most impactful no you've ever received?
Impactful no that I ever received. It's a good ass question. I'm trying to think. I think it probably when I went to court for custody of my kids.
Oh, damn.
And just hearing them talk about this is my past and all that shit, and how the image that they had of me and then what they were putting out. And then just hearing, you know, just because of my charges that I was charged with at the time, and hearing that I'm not going to be able to get joint custody was literally the fucking hardest thing I ever had to hear. Just hearing that, no, this is not going to happen and there's nothing that I could do about it. Like, even though that I went and did the right things, like, that was fucking gut-wrenching.
Okay. Describe yourself in one word.
Heartfelt.
Okay. When was the last time you felt seen?
What do you mean?
Like, someone like
hey nigga type shit?
No, like, just, you know, like, they got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you
like,
showed,
felt heard.
Yeah, heard. Like, you showed up and they saw you for what you are.
When I started coaching for Hansberry. Shout out to Derek Moore. Shout out to all those guys. Shout out to the principal at the school. Yeah, because they see my vision and they see that like I'm here for good, like,
and they accept it.
Not like for good, like I'm here for the rest of my life, but like I'm here for good reason. Like I want the best out of the kids that we have. And I'm gonna do. And here's the thing: I know that I can't save everybody, but there was a point in my life where I wanted to be a probation officer, and this is the vision that I had when I wanted to be that. If I had a case of 10 kids and I saved one of those kids, I'm still winning. Because what's going to happen is he's going to teach what I taught him to his kids,
Absolutely.
or to his brother or his cousin, and that's going to trickle down to them, to their kids, and their, you know what I'm saying, to their friends and shit. So at the end of the day, I'm still making big, impactful changes in the world. And that's how I look at it with the football team, and that's what I see with them, because they back me on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? For instance, like the teachers, you know, I'm gonna be getting like full alerts on my phone to know that if the kids are fucking up, so I can go over there and you know, correct them, and you know what I'm saying, make sure they're in the right path. I've been in asking the coaches about a study hall. Now we got a study hall for the kids after, you know, football. I mean, definitely was a team effort. I definitely am not taking credit, like all the credit for everything, because it definitely was a team effort to get that shit done. Shout out to everyone that helped out with that. But it's just nice to be a part of something and be appreciated for the things that I'm bringing, the things that I can bring to the table.
Absolutely. What's a question that you wish somebody would ask you?
How you doing?
Damn. I feel like people don't I've said that before. I don't think people like understand like that. That can be a genuine question.
Yeah, I mean, like not like being like, how you doing? Like, motherfucker, like really ask me like how I'm fucking doing. Like really want to know how I'm doing. Like, I wish more people would do that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people just more people ask me for shit and ask me to do shit than ask me how my day was and really give a fuck about like what I'm really going through type shit.
Yeah.
There's some people that do. Shout out to those that do, but a lot of people don't.
Okay. Who's inspired you lately?
My dad. I've been saying a lot about this motherfucker, but on some real shit, my dad, man. Like, my dad been drinking since he was 13 years old, and he quit cold turkey. You know how fucking hard that shit is?
Yeah.
That's a hard fucking thing to do. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, my dad got a podcast, started out from the mud with you. You know what I'm saying? With the Unwrap show. Which anybody that's tuning in right now, it's every Friday at 8:30. So tune into that motherfucking shit. It's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And just the resilience. The resilienceness. If I'm saying that right, I have a horrible
resiliency, I think it is.
Yeah, resiliency. You know
Niggas know
what I'm
what you
saying?
mean.
And the determination, the drive. That's what fucking makes me want to fucking do what I do for real. Like, and when I'm down, because I suffer I'm bipolar, so I have days where I don't want to do shit and I'm fucking depressed and all that. But just knowing, you know, the things that my dad goes through on a day-to-day basis. Me and my dad talk every single day. You should talk to your parents every single day. It's very important to do that shit. We talk every single day, and just knowing what he goes through on a day-to-day basis, know what he's gone through in his life, and just seeing him just strive and just be in the moment, and like every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest motivation, my dad. Which, you know, when I say that to people back home, they be like, "Damn, man, you just met this nigga." Like, but he a bad motherfucker, bro. Like, like he's not at all like I tell my people back home, like he's not at all what you said he was. He's not that. Like I tell my dad, like I know where I got my big heart from. I see it. Like y'all are just like me. Like I used to feel like I was the black sheep.
Yeah.
Imagine growing up your whole entire life with the same motherfuckers and feeling like you're not like you know they're your blood, but you're different.
They not like us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dad, man. Shout out to Pops, man.
Shout out to Pops. So we kind of talked about this before we started the show. When we were talking about you're talking about the camp place. Because my question was design and adventure, but I think
Campland, man. Campland was like, oh my God, you asked me the happiest moment of my life as a kid. I fucking lied, and I'm very sorry. If I can think of any happy moment that I had as my kid, it's every time I went to Campland. Man, my great grandpa, rest in peace. God bless his fucking soul. He was a hard ass, a racist motherfucking hard ass, but he loved me. You know what I'm saying? He just was. He's a fucking full-blooded Italian, man. You know what I'm saying? And
sometimes that comes with a little racism.
You know exactly. And he grew up in a different time, but he loved his grandkids. You know what I mean? And he ensured that, like, even through all the bullshit that was going on with inside the family, he made sure that we had fun, and he made sure that we got to see better things in life, man. And I'm sorry, Gramps, for not appreciating that when you was here, but I see that shit now. 100%.
No, you know, when we're kids, we're fucking idiots. You know, like we just don't know that. You know, did I like it? No, because I'd rather be playing video games or whatever you wanted to do at the time. You
it's just, you know, it's time, man. You don't appreciate time until they're fucking gone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, fuck. I wish I'd have just would have fucking got up and played catch with my grandpa when he wanted to, even though he was an old, barely can walk motherfucker, like had 2 knee braces on the knees, but nigga, I wish I would have. I wish I'd have answered the phone from my mom's when she called me the million times she called me, because goddamn it, she called me fucking, girl, she called me like 50 times a day. And sometimes I answer the phone and be like, Ma, I just got off the phone with you. Like, can you give me a second? Can you give me a second to breathe? But how I wish I could have that back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But back to what your question was, man. Campland, man, it was so much fun. Like, my grandpa had an old school bus that I didn't even remember this. My aunt told me this, but we all helped him build that shit. He had all the grandkids help him build that shit, and we would take that fucking RV, the fucking school bus that we made into a fucking RV at old fucking Bluebird.
And Bluebird bus. Yep. That's crazy.
And we would take that shit to fucking Campland. In the same fucking, we would have the same spot every fucking year, all the way up until 3 years before he passed. Until he couldn't do it no more. And I mean, hey, anybody watching this, look that shit up. It's called Campland at Mission Bay. And I highly recommend that shit.
Okay.
For any family, like, safe environment. You don't gotta worry about gang members. You ain't gotta worry about guns. You ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. Safe environment, cool place for fucking kids to be at. Dope ass spot.
Okay. What is family?
What is family? I feel like, well, to me, family is what you create. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to bind by blood.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got motherfuckers that I met in 2015 that I didn't grow up with my whole entire life that would fucking shoot up a whole entire fucking stadium for me. You know what I'm saying? And would put their whole life on the line for me. So I feel like family's what you make of it. Like the people that you really built those real close bonds. Like I was saying earlier, like the whole love thing. Like you got to go through shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like the same thing with your family, because you can be a family member with somebody, like it could be your cousin or your sister, and you're not necessarily close with that person because you didn't necessarily go through shit with that person.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't really hang out. Y'all didn't really do anything. Y'all don't really know each other. You just are fucking sister and brother because you guys share blood. You know what I'm saying? But then you got that motherfucking brother and sister where, nigga, you got arrested together. Y'all fucking went to jail. Y'all beat somebody's ass together. Y'all had to fucking come up with a fucking plan to fucking hide the broken vase. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas wanted to fucking, me and my sister, shout out to Cassie, man. We love WWF, dude. So we would jump off of shit and fucking elbow each other, fucking flying knee each other, all type of break hella shit. You know what I mean? And come up with some shit to get away with it. That's my motherfucking sister. That's my nigga. I call her Mr. Sister. Sorry, Cassie, for telling niggas what your nickname. But yeah, that's Mr. Sister. This girl wrestled 1 year in high school and went to state.
Damn.
She took 4th in state and got a full ride scholarship. Yeah, she a bad motherfucker. Mr. Sister.
It's nothing like having a sibling or even a friend to just like to do fuck shit with. Like,
right.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this shit before, but fuck it. I don't know what it is about me and my siblings, but we have always been like just fascinated by like pimping, right? So we found this area where like there was like hella prostitutes, right? So we go to lunch and we sitting there eating lunch, and we was like, you know what? We about to let's go on a stroll. And let's just see, just like what it's like riding through there. And we was like, if anybody lean their head in the car, we go just be like, how much for both of us? And then laugh and just pull off. So we take our stupid asses over there. And like, it was somebody like approaching us. So we get ready to pull over. The motherfucking police got behind us.
Oh no.
When I tell you, we was in that bitch like, oh my God, we're gonna go to jail for soliciting. Like, what the fuck are we gonna say? Like,
yo, what the
man, them motherfuckers, they hit the lights on our ass.
Oh, fuck.
And then like they was like, get the fuck out of here. So whatever they said, man, I'm talking about, we got about a mile away and we pull over and we fucking cried laughing in the car for like 20 fucking minutes.
I'd have fucking died.
That was the stupidest shit. But that's the type of shit we be on.
Yeah.
Stupid ass shit. Just
that's fucking
because you ain't got shit else to do with your free time. Just stupid ass shit.
He said we pulled up and the cops came behind us.
And them motherfuckers came up out of the concrete like,
oh, I would have shit.
Man, like, as soon as I heard that, hell no.
Fucking shit.
I was looking at my soul. Like, that shit was,
That's hilarious.
That shit wasn't right.
That's funny.
As far as like, you know, your family is concerned, you know, like your situation with your kids and you being here now and like, you know, working on your relationship with your dad and you being at peace with yourself and all of that, what would you say is the biggest attribute that came out of you that allowed you to foster all that positivity and growth?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. I just allowed people to come in. And that was a very hard thing to do because first off, I didn't really grieve over my mother. I think you probably can tell. And that's really the only like true person I actually like trusted for real. So just letting people in, man. Honestly. knowing that it's going to be okay. Like, that was my biggest fear, like, coming out here. Like, I kept being like, man, I don't know, like, what's going to happen, like, with me and my pops, like, or me and my brother, like, am I going to have to fucking be who I am out here and fucking, like, be hard and have this shell and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or can I be myself? And that was a real struggle for me when I first came out here. I still felt like I had to be the protector and be like this hard person on the outside. So I didn't let no one in. And it really affected a lot of things because, like, in California, like, I was so used to getting fucking job interviews so quick. You know, things is like, were just not happening. So, like, I had no choice but to fucking confine into somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and be patient. So, yeah, just letting people in. 100%.
Okay. Well, that was it. I'm out of questions. So how do you feel now that it's over?
Honestly, I feel great. I'm really happy that I did this, like, for real. I didn't think I was gonna cry like the very first fucking 3 seconds of the show. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for that. But yeah, I really wanted to be on this show just for the simple fact that, like, not so much of what I wanted to say, just what I needed to say.
Yeah. It's healthy.
And I think you're doing a fucking amazing job, for one. And I really love what you're doing because people have a hard time, like, opening up.
Yeah.
And people have a hard time, like, feeling comfortable to say certain things because this world is very judgmental these days.
And fake.
And words hurt.
Yeah. And fucking people treat the fake manufactured things in life like they hold value. And that shit is not real. And when it betrays you in various different ways, you fucking fall apart and there's nothing left to fall back on. And, like, the art of conversing is lost. You know, like, kids don't know how to talk to each other. They don't have respect for themselves. So how the fuck can they have respect for other people? You know, but it starts with talking. Talk to your motherfucking people.
Absolutely.
Teach them some shit. You know, as far as you're concerned, you know, like, measure of a man, like, you know, somebody who's humble when necessary, you know what I'm saying, who can take accountability for shit, and like have difficult conversations, but pick up, keep going, and move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you're even here and able to say the things that you said about everybody in your family, good, bad, or indifferent, is a lot. You know what I mean? Like, having the tools to be able to do that shit. Fucking crying. Like, we all know your dad, you know. That nigga just be crying. But, like, it's difficult as fuck to express emotion verbally, and even, like, expressing it physically is even worse, especially for a man, because it's like, if you cry, you soft. And that's some bullshit. Because honestly, in the simplest form, crying lets the sad out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what fucking kids show I saw that shit on, but that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So keep fucking going. You know what I'm saying?
You keep doing what you're doing because you are onto something and people need this shit. And I really do appreciate you. I really do appreciate what you do for my family.
I try. I shouldn't say I try. That's bad.
Don't even say you try, because you and your family do a lot for us. And I don't think that, I mean, it might be mentioned a lot, but I don't say it enough. You know what I'm saying? And you're a fucking a shining star, like, on some real shit.
Thank you.
And so thank you for letting me be on your platform. Thank you for letting me fucking give a little piece of my story and letting me get to tell you a little bit about myself and us getting to know each other a little bit.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome.
I really do appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Medico, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Rumble, and catch us every week. 8:30 Chicago time, dummy. Keep going, everybody out there. Remember what I said about those mental health resources. You owe it to yourself and the people that came before you. Everybody that sacrificed something to get you where you are, you owe it to them to keep fucking going. So let's thrive together. In the words of Avon Barksdale, keep it light, but keep it.